We don't have to ask the question anymore. You're there, but it's not. If we're just saying from Matty, what you're saying, it's not a big thing. It's a small box you've ticked, and now you're just looking ahead.
Yeah, we've probably got too big an opportunity to worry about the 8. If we were sitting on 24 or 26, I suppose that's what you'd be. That'd be your first priority, but hasn't really been spoken about. But it's one of those things you don't have to talk about. It's there, but. All we've really spoken about is the opportunity that we've set ourselves up for, and our season is going to be shaped over the next 4 games. The higher you finish up the 8, the more chance you have of progressing.
That must be good from you to hear, like you say, we, as in not just the coaching, but the players aren't talking about it. They don't see this as a successful season yet, do they? Even the fact you made the finals.
No, they don't. We're fortunate. Sometimes. The real younger guys in their first year of first grade, they have no fear of anything, so you don't have to worry about them. And we've got some very experienced guys as well, and some older guys who have never actually won grand finals. So just on the balance of our squad, I'm real happy with what we have heading into some big games. Those, like I say, the young guys have got no fear, and we have got some older guys there who've played for a long time and never quite done the victory lap. So that's something that burns inside them.
The Rabbits are still in the race. They've lost their skipper, which will perhaps motivate them even more, but they were very impressive coming back from 12-0 down against Manly.
Yeah, I'd say they're about the form side of the competition. They went down to the Dogs, but it was a dog fight. Went right to the wire. They beat Manly. They've had some massive wins over the Broncos, and they're coming together very nicely. It's a stage of the year when you want to be hitting form, and they're one of the sides that have.
John, what's the update with Ashley and Luke?
Their injuries, we've got to see how they are at the end of the week. They'll probably get to a stage where you think they're right and they'll need another week. So I'll talk to the physio and the doc today. But we definitely won't be rushing them. If they're not 100% fit, they won't be playing.
I know you're pinning how many guys you had out there today, and you've got guys coming back, whereas last year and the year before it wasn't the case.
Well, not really. You just got to deal with what is. Like this. Don't want to put the mocker on, but this game last year was earlier in the year. We were close to 100% fit, and we lost 5 guys for extended periods. So you can't get wrapped up in that sort of stuff, because it can all change at the flick of the fingers. So at the moment we're fortunate. Hopefully that stays with us for the rest of the year.
What about Aaron Cannings? He said he'll delay surgery to play in the finals.
Yeah, I talked to the doc and the physio again today. It's one of those things that he definitely needs surgery, but we've known about that for a while. If at all possible, we'll give him every chance to get himself fit and back on the field. It's a good sign of the guy that probably early in the year the option was there to go get an operation and be fit for the off season, but he wanted to battle it out, and he's not. It's not as though he's not playing in pain every week. He's playing in pain every week, and that's a good sign, and the rest of the squad know it as well.
John, I hate to bring it up, but once again, rugby league's going to be on the front page today with what's happened with the Melbourne Storm. Has it got to the stage, in your opinion, that some players, not necessarily the whole team, but some players with a history of bad behaviour on the drink just have to give it up for the year?
Oh, I don't know. That's a club. I don't know anything about what's happened today. Someone just told me then. I didn't hear any news this morning. I haven't seen a paper. So, that's a club decision. I think at the moment, while the rules are as they are, it comes down to the clubs and what they decide to do with their policies. We're sort of happy with where we are at the moment, but it's not something you can take your eyes off. You got to remember you're dealing with 30 guys under the age, a lot of them under the age of 25, and every now and then they get a little bit loose. So it's something you've got to stay aware of, and we're happy here at the moment, but it doesn't mean we don't think that anything could happen.
And we saw what happened with Essie Tonga as well, so the Titans definitely do have a very strict policy when it comes to discipline.
Yeah, it all starts with small things. People probably look at that and say, well, it's not much of a breach, but it's that's where breaches start. You just got to try and crack down on it, and knowing the individual too. Some guys need a bigger kick up the bum than other ones, and it could end up costing Essie a hell of a lot. Jordan Aitken, I was very happy with the way he went. He hasn't had much footy, and he's only going to get better. You got Josh Graham out there who can play in the centres, who did well. So, he's going to have to bide his time now and hope for an injury or a lack of form.
So Essie's not going to play this week, by the looks of things?
Oh, not at this stage. No, it'd be the wrong. There's no point sending a message out and then taking the message away. I was very happy with the guys that came into the side and did their job. they put the team above themselves, and in big games, that's what you need.
So Jordan, you're obviously happy, but you reckon he can get a lot better at centre? So he's going to be named today, you think? Or?
Yeah, well, we have a selection meeting after this, so we'll go through all that. But he did nothing wrong. He made the odd error, but he still hasn't had a lot of footy back from injury, and that game on the weekend, he's going to get a lot out of that.
Just one thing about Melbourne, they've stood down Inglis. Do you applaud that? Because obviously some clubs vacillate sometimes and don't make decisions, but they've stood him down. So you applaud with the fact that...
I applaud that they've done it quickly. Like I say, I don't know the ins and outs, and I don't know the details of it, but at least we won't be sitting there wondering now what's going to happen. They've acted quickly. They know more than anyone else, and they'll let due process take its course.
Chrissy Walker, is it another week or once again, or just...
Again, he did his training today, and with those types of injuries, it's just a matter now to see how he pulls up. Whether any soreness at all, he won't play. It's not an injury you can risk if it's not 100%.
Okay, just one final one. You've been up now since last Wednesday. They've had a day off, but now you're going right through the weekend. You're going to go right through to Friday. It's a fair demand on these blokes, isn't it?
Yeah, we prepared. We knew about it. We prepared for it. They'll only do weights tomorrow. They'll have a short. We only did an hour on the field today, just recovery stuff. They'll have a recovery session now and tomorrow, and we'll travel down and train down there Thursday.